Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about, there's a verse in Holy Quran where God is speaking to Jesus and telling him, God is asking him, and have you told people you are God? Have you told people that you are God and you should be worshipped? And Jesus says, I did not. I only taught them what you have taught me, right? So, and then I just passed the church, was right there in Balbao, downtown Balbao, and it says something Daily Jesus or something like that. And they still, going by the false name, following this Jesus character that he told people that his God should be worshipped. And then it turned out to be, it was not Jesus, it was Satan. Satan who actually shapeshifted clearly into Jesus and told people to worship him. You understand? So when God is asking, that's not, he embodied. Satan is very crafty, little bugger, and he told people to worship him, and then he created this false name, Jesus, entity, and told people to worship him, okay? And taken away from, the true God, the true creator of the one who created heaven and earth. Basically, he's taking the throne, something he did not create. And this lie is still, see, some of it, is it church? What is it? I have no idea. But anyhow, I really love the buildings here. The weather is great and stuff. But anyhow, to get back to the story, he said he's the one, obviously, not obviously, 100%, who told people to worship him. So a lot of people on this earth worship, a lot of these people worshiping Satan and not knowing, you know? So that was going on, you know what I mean? Because you know why he wanted to be worshipped? Because when you worship, even if it's a false god, when you give your energy, okay, so let's talk about energy. When you worship, you're giving your energy to God, right? But even that God is not a true God. You emanate his light by his name, right? His false name. You understand? So Satan, you're giving your energy to Satan, who pretends to be Jesus, and Jesus is not God. He's not a son of God. God is a spirit. God exists outside of creation, God does not exist within anything, So these people put themselves as God. Their maker is Satan. It goes by different names. And he even went ahead and from different, time, he kept changing his name to keep this lie going, And look at this building. It's beautiful, eh? But anyhow, and to keep this lie that he fabricated and made up going. So when you give him energy, you emanate. Even his light is not, it's not a true light. It's false light, He's a reptilian, draconian entity, He's a serpent, When you give him your energy, you're giving him your, free light, When you enchanting and you call in names, and you through prayer, invoking this sacred name, because and that's what it is, and he should not be worshipped, and he's a trickster. He tricked people. He goes by different name. Enki is one, Mordok is one, Yahweh. Apparently Yahweh is one as well. And there's so many names, the serpents, and and he is just a reptilian serpent who went ahead and made, other serpent race that God did not intended for him to be created. And these people are at war with 144,000 because they don't want the world to change. They created this division and segregation and the hierarchy to enslave humanity and to put themselves as gods. You understand? That's the name of the game. These people are, So do not give your energy to Jesus. Jesus is not God. He's just that serpent. When Satan was Adam and Eve fell, what do you think? The serpent fell. The serpent fell here too, because when God kicked him out of the kingdom, because he says, "Athab," ila yawm ad-din. Then basically he says, "Get out until Judgment Day," right? So that's the story, So God is allowing the serpent to do whatever they want. I've been researching, and then ChatGPT is a little crazy. He says, "Oh yeah, Satan goes, but he doesn't make any move without consulting with God." Okay, right? No, I believe this is my true belief. Okay, I believe it. He does. He makes things. He make his own decision, his own. You know what I mean? Because since I became a target individual, it opened my eyes to his true. I could see his behavior. I could see all of this. He uses people because he's like this demonic spirit thing, malevolent. He's not really a good. He's not an entity that it's not a loving kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Zeus, Jesus, and all of the names are, you just look up, all these names. He's not a loving person. He killed many people, in the name of God, but while he's not God. Okay? And that's what he's been doing. Crafty, you know what I mean? He know how to manipulate, people to believe in things. And he have a problem with people like us who are, who think on their own, who do not follow the crowd and stuff like that. And that's why you're being targeted, guys, Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So anyhow, that's to make this story short. And that what he's doing, just manipulator, Anyhow, do not call that name Jesus, Do not call him. He's made of smokeless fire, Because one time I was targeted, I was attacked at night, and I said, "This is enough," like this, and then I open my eyes in the middle of the night and I see smokeless fire going through the door. And I think that was Satan. He was attacking me. So they attack you through binding him through mucus, molds, funguses, bacteria, whatever you can think of. Because the mucus, every time you eat something, your body creates some sort of mucus. And then you end up attacking a part of your body that increase inflammation. keep an eye on inflammation and mucus, and you'll be fine. Okay. And you have to undo all witchcraft attacked in energy work done on your mucus and inflammation in your body. Okay, that's where he lives. You understand? So you gotta, you gotta get him out of your system, because you don't want that disgusting entity in your being. Okay, keep fighting, and that's where you need to you have to create a targeted prayers to attack him. That's what I've been doing. And even though the targeting hasn't stopped, but I'm not gonna stop either. Okay, stay strong. And it's like in the movies, evil always lose.